howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Today we have a brand new Chase Briscoe Ford Mustang in the studio. It is the Ford Performance Racing School, or the bootleg Shelby Mustang looking paint scheme. Whatever it is, it looks pretty nice, so without further ado, let's go check it out. Alrighty folks, we're out of the good old box, and of course this diecast review brought to you by our friends over there at B Diecast. You can save on shipping with that promo code down below, guys, for your next diecast order. You know, quit overpaying for shipping, guys. Use that code and you could save a bunch. Dive into this review, fellas. So this paint scheme is definitely inspired with the old school Shelby or old school road racing liveries that the Ford and Shelby camps have had back in the 60s and 70s. It's a beautiful paint scheme, man. And it is just such an iconic look. The white car with the blue stripes, it looks fantastic on these next-gen Mustangs. You got Ford Performance Racing School. They did make this diecast in the Gen 6 2021 year. It is obviously a little bit different because of the body lines, but it's really cool to see the same, paint scheme and pattern, at least similar, on two different diecast molds. Now, you can see the front windshield's a little bit pushed in. If you took a toothpick and got lucky with it, you could probably get that thing popped right out. Like how the Ford logo is centered not only on the hood, but it's also centered on the stripe right above the front grille. Get your very aggressive headlights, which look fantastic. Stewart Haas Racing, number 14, Sunoco. Look at the left side of this diecast, guys. Chase Briscoe, I feel like, is a cat that could find his way into victory lane like 4 different times like Alex Bowman. I feel like he's going to be around a while in the sport. I don't know if it's going to be at Stewart Haas Racing. I have no idea. If he ever goes to Toyota, I tell you what, he better win like 10 races a year or he's going to be replaced pretty quickly because their standards for drivers are through the roof. But I feel like he's got a lot of talent. I really do. I feel like he's a much better driver than Cole Custer. This video could age like milk, but or those opinions rather. But I feel like he's only going to get better. I got Chase Briscoe right there. You can't even read that. That is just. Why do they make these name logos like where you have to have glasses to see it? I mean, come on. You literally have this entire name rail here, and not even with a I don't even know. I don't even know. You do have the race win sticker from Phoenix. You got gear wrench. That'd be cool to see a gear wrench 14 car. Get Ford, Haas, whatever that is, and Rush Truck Centers. Ford Performance Racing School, Mahindra Tractor, High Point, Rush Truck Centers, One Cure. Get the GT500, whatever that is. No, it's the name of a car, you idiot. 14, got Cup Series, and Goodyear. It's going to be interesting to see how Ryan Preece does in Cole Custer's old ride, the 41 car. I think that Ryan Preece, he's got nothing to lose and everything to prove. I feel like he's a cat that's going to take every risk possible because he's got the golden opportunity he's waited so long to have. And in my honest opinion, I would put him in the same book as a Chris Buescher because Chris Buescher drove for FRM. He drove for JTG Doherty. I mean, he bounced around everywhere. And then here comes Brad Kay, and Chris Buescher's winning. He's running up front. He won the Bristol Night race, won the Daytona Dual race. I feel like Ryan Preece is going to take a whole lot more risks. And especially, with having race-winning equipment, who knows? Ford Performance Racing School, got Mobile 1, number 14, Ford again. I think 2023 for Stewart Haas Racing, even though this is a 2022 diecast, is going to be a very a turning point season for the organization because Kevin Harvick, who's statistically the best driver of that team's era, in terms of how many wins they've won there. He's won a championship there. He's won some of the biggest races there. I feel like Kevin Harvick will retire. Will he come back part-time? I have no idea. He might race 3 more years. I have no idea. But my point is, I feel like he's going to retire. This could age like milk. But if he does, there's going to need to be a new leader at Stewart Haas Racing because Amarola, who knows how that's going to go, right? He might leave early. Who knows? I don't see Amarola being, the Taj Mahal of the whole team. So it's going to be up to Briscoe. It's going to be up to Ryan Preece, one of those two cats, I think, to really take the helm of this racing team. Can we just appreciate how beautiful this paint scheme is? Look at that angle. I mean, just like, wow, man. That looks so good. The way the stripes are, the way the front is just angled. That is so beautiful. Now the striping I think is a little bit wonky, Joel, because you can see it's much more flat right here on the door panel. But here it kind of walks up, divots, walks up again. So unfortunately the striping job is not exactly, well, up to code. But you go to the roof of the diecast, got the red 14, which looks really, really nice. Got Ford Performance Racing School. Got Briscoe, Ford Performance once again. I tell you what, though, the hot rumor in the offseason, at least one of them from 2022, was, is Stewart Haas Racing going to go to Dodge? And I heard so many rumblings about it because of Tony Stewart's NHRA team. You know, they run Mopars there and all that type of stuff. Do I think they could go to Dodge in the future? I have no idea. From what I understand, Dodge doesn't want the sport, but it could just be negotiations, and they're like, hey, we really don't want to be in your sport, so they get a better deal, Because, a fourth manufacturer is coming. We don't know exactly which one it is, but I'm willing to guarantee you before the end of the decade, there will be a fourth manufacturer. I would be floored if there wasn't. So my point is that you're going to see one of these big cup teams, they're going to change up to a different manufacturer when that fourth one comes. And if it was Dodge, I really could see Stewart Haas Racing leaving, because you think about it. Stewart Haas Racing wanted Kyle Busch. They couldn't get him. They wanted Kyle Larson. They couldn't get him either. And now they find themselves in a position where they are going to have to homegrown their own talent. They're going to have to find a way to make Briscoe into the new Kevin Harvick. They're going to have to find a way to make Ryan Preece into the new Kevin Harvick, because if not, they're going to find themselves very quickly without an elite level driver in their team. You think about 2311 Racing, they pretty much got Ty Gibbs, which he could be really good, he could be really bad. We don't know what his cup career is going to be. You already know Tyler Reddick is on his way to being one of the best in the sport. He's got the talent, and he's in the perfect era because he doesn't have to worry about Jimmy Johnson. He doesn't have to worry about Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon, X, Y, and Z. He is in the perfect time to really jumpstart a amazing career. Who knows how Bubba Wallace will do in 2023? I imagine they're going to get better, being the third year of that team. Third year already of that team. Wow, that's crazy. And you think about Joe Gibbs Racing, them shaking up, changing Kyle Busch out. So my point is that all these other teams, Hendrick Motorsports has so much youth on their team right now, and their Xfinity program is second to none in terms of developmental talent. They're set for the next decade in terms of drivers. So Stewart Haas Racing is going to have the hard task of finding that next elite guy to build their entire team around. Will it be Briscoe? Who knows? But I tell you what an awesome diecast, guys. If you want to pick up this car, I highly recommend you do. This one and his Mahindra car are fantastic looking paint schemes. That's all for now. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Diecast Buffet, signing off.